Hey, that's not Keith.
Hi, my name is Keith Gill. I'm his stand-in for today.
It's his understudy. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Heroes Peak podcast. I am your host, Chris. As always, we're here to talk about your pop culture, your movies, your whatever we feel like talking about with my friends. And with me today, I have a couple of great co-hosts. To my left, at least according to my view, is my friend Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'm good. Hanging in there, as usual.
Going around the horn, we got James, as always. How you doing, James?
Hey, that is presumed vice presidential nominee candidate to you. Get it right.
Are you running? Am I running for who?
I got a letter in the mail from the Biden campaign saying, "Hey, we're considering you and everybody else that's of color, so hop on board."
All right, and then last we have
But did you tell him you had a penis?
No,
I see.
yeah.
There you go.
You're out.
Biden was looking for one, so.
What?
All right.
Oh boy.
He thought he was corn pop. That's why you were going after you.
Corn pop.
And lastly, we have a new friend of the pod, Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going? Just want to show my Robotech t-shirt one more time.
All right, we got some geek cred here.
Comic-Con Robotech t-shirt.
That's a Veritech?
No one ever knows what this t-shirt is at all.
Is that a Veritech?
It's a Veritech, yeah.
Yeah.
Guardian mode.
Dude, if you go to San Diego Comic-Con, you'll get people that know. New York is a little different.
Or they'll ask you about your Starscream t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, which Transformer is that?
Is that the Beast Wars generation?
Just tell me. You can always tell them it's Jetfire, and they'll be fine.
That's true.
All right, so today's pod, we'll have Brooksy come join us in a little bit, but today we're going to start with the 2020 Emmy nominations. Have a little spoiler review of the Netflix series Transformers War for Cybertron. We're going to talk about Ip Man 4. And lastly is going to be a game for Miss Brooks when she shows up. Is going to be guess the movie plot with the bad synopsis. Hopefully that's as fun as it sounds.
By the way, she knows something is happening around this. She doesn't know exactly the specifics, so it should be fun.
Hopefully. So we are going to start with the 2020 Emmy nominations, and I'm going to play the guy who did not do his homework and didn't look them up at all, and you guys are going to tell me about them.
Yeah, so I looked at the list. I'm gonna pull it up again because when they were announced, I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm okay with this.
I have the list too.
Okay, good.
I'll go for it.
You want to take turns?
Go for the big ones. Start with the big ones.
Start. I'm gonna. Yeah. Here we go.
All right. So best comedy series. Standard Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I stopped watching after the first season.
Did you actually start watching that? I didn't know you were watching.
I watched it the very first season when it came out 2018, I think, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Maisel. No, I'm thinking about the other show with Phoebe Waller or what's her face.
Oh, no. That is
Maisel's
actually...
the female comedian.
Yeah. I know he's talking about Fleabag, whatever. Flea Girl. Yeah. That's not on here. They did not.
No, it didn't make it this year.
Yeah. This is Keith's favorite. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh, he's not here for that one.
Curb is amazing.
Dead to Me.
Mm-hmm.
The Good Place.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who watches Dead to Me? Because I don't watch that.
I watched it.
I watched that. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Insecure. My wife watches that one. I don't watch it.
I haven't seen that.
The Kaminsky Method.
That's a Netflix show. I haven't seen it either.
And then one of my favorites, Schitt's Creek.
I just got into that. I'm on season 3, and it's really good. Very good.
It gets better.
Props to Canada.
Wow.
It ages like wow. Props to Canada, definitely.
There you go.
And the last one here is What We Do in the Shadows.
That's right.
Yeah, I haven't even started watching that, but all the commercials and trailers look so funny.
I haven't watched it. It's on Heroes Peak TV.
I know. I haven't got to it yet.
It's for me, it was almost too dry. I don't mind dry comedy, but it was just
So more like Office style.
It was very office-y,
Yeah.
and as you know, I got yelled at before for saying I don't watch The Office because I don't.
Yeah, I was trying to reach through my monitor and smack you that day. But...
Dude, I don't watch it either, so don't worry about it.
Oh.
Anyone want to take a quick guess who the favorites
You
are? I think Schitt's Creek got a good shot because it just finished its last season of the show. I think 7th season.
And it hasn't won any awards yet?
No. I don't know when they're going to air it. Probably in the fall, October.
Although the final season of Good Place was really good also.
Yeah, it's good too. But this has been a year of foreign production companies winning, the Oscars, all that stuff. I think, Canada got a good shot this time around.
Yeah. Should we move on to dramas?
Before we do, outstanding lead actor in comedy series. Don Cheadle in a show that I still haven't watched called Black Monday. Anthony Anderson in Blackish. Rami Youssef in Rami. Eugene Levy in Schitt's Creek. Ted Danson in The Good Place. Michael Douglas in The Kaminsky Method. Those are your nominees.
Yeah.
I think it's between Ted Danson and Anthony Anderson.
Say Ted Danson.
Yeah, he grew on me in that show. I don't like him the first season.
Yeah.
I just think they'll give it to him. If that show ended this year too, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Good point.
I would think so.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, what do we got for the dramas?
So, dramas this year, we're starting off with Better Call Saul, always a solid show. Netflix's Ozark, which I got into this year, and I love that show as well.
Congrats.
One of your favorites, Succession, right?
Yep, Succession. Oh, I love that show.
Stranger Things, of course, on there again.
Love that.
Yeah,
Great.
The Mandalorian. Disney's entering the foray of the Emmys.
Listen,
gonna win.
I don't think it's going to win.
I
It
was
should
gonna
not
say.
win, but I'm just glad to see it,
Some
I think
recognition, yeah.
The show
Yeah.
by the end had me, but there were some rough parts in the middle where I thought it was good, but not Emmy worthy. That's for sure. But it really did pull together into a beautiful piece.
Yeah,
I'm glad
It's
it's being
like-
recognized.
I love Avengers Endgame, but I'm not going to say it's on the same level as The Godfather 2. I'm just not.
No.
But you get like an RDJ had something going on in that movie where you're like, maybe he could have been nominated, right?
Yeah, and then I see Al Pacino do his role as Michael Corleone. I'm realizing, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right. All right, so rounding off the...
I'm a Godfather 1 guy.
there you go.
The first one,
Yeah.
they're both good. You can't go wrong.
Both great.
But
Yeah,
the second
split
one,
hairs,
is-
All right, so rounding off the category, we had Killing Eve. I've never watched it.
It was. I watched some of it. It was good.
Got The Crown from Netflix as well. I've never watched that one. It's about I think it's about young Queen Elizabeth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And-
it's it.
And then on Hulu, Handmaid's Tale. So I'm like a season behind on that season or two.
Yeah, I'm a season behind on Handmaid's Tale.
But I love Handmaid's Tale. It's a good show too.
It is. It's just a little too depressing. Like that's not a show you could really binge without being depressed.
Like Titans.
I just hope when they end it, it's got like that great, Endgame ending, right?
Like a hopeful style. Hey,
Yeah.
some people make it out okay. They're not all destroyed for the rest of their lives or killed.
Mhm. Yeah, I just want her character at the end to go assemble, and then everybody pops out. And it's
Dude,
more
by the way, Elizabeth Moss has probably the best eye acting in Hollywood.
yeah,
When they do the close-ups of her eyes and you can see that look, like her soul just coming through the lens of the camera, like she holds that I don't know how she does it, but some great eye acting.
yeah. What else we want to discuss? So we discussed the lead actor in the drama. For lead actress.
Oh, we didn't talk about. Yeah, let's make it fair. Lead actress in a drama. Let's give.
Yeah, so I mean, there's some
here.
interesting choices here. We had Jennifer Aniston in the morning show. I don't know if you guys ever watched the morning show. That was actually
That's
really
the
good.
Apple TV one.
That's that
Yeah.
Apple TV, right?
Is that on
Yeah,
Heroes
I've
Peak
seen
TV
Carell.
also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jodie Comer for Killing Eve. Laura Linney for Ozark.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she was good this season.
she's good. She's
Olivia
getting better.
Colman for The Crown. Sandra Oh for Killing Eve, and then Zendaya for Euphoria. Never seen it.
Euphoria. That's
Heard
a
that's
heady show.
Yeah.
heard
It's a
that's
show
good.
that I watched with my 16-year-old and it made me rethink being a parent. And
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Chris, yeah, you need to watch that. I mean, I'm not saying watch it with her,
Okay.
but you know,
That ain't gonna happen.
yeah, it's makes you rethink being a parent in this day and age. And
No, I
Zendaya,
get
by
it.
the way, she plays a pretty meaty role too. It's not like a CW type of teenager. It's a teenager with
No.
mental and drug problems, and
I've heard.
yeah, she
Trailers look good.
she does it well. Like you feel like she's really going through it. Like the way she emotes herself on screen during like her bouts of manic depression, and
Mhm.
but unfortunately, other than Laura Linney, I don't know anyone else. I haven't seen any other portrayals. So
Mm.
gun to my head, I'm gonna go with Zendaya on this one.
Yeah, I think so. I won't go through all the categories because there's a lot here, but I think outstanding variety. We've got the usual suspects: Daily Show, Last Week Tonight, Samantha Bee, Jimmy Kimmel, and Colbert. And then for reality TV, Shark Tank, Queer Eye, RuPaul, Top Chef, Nailed It, and Making It. Actually, that Making It show was pretty funny. That's the one with Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
real funny as the host.
Yeah,
It's a craft show.
I
And
know.
you've seen it, right?
We
Yeah.
watch all the crap shows, and I don't know. Some shows where they try to make the host more important than the rest of the show, and you're like, okay, if I want dad jokes, that's a show you can go watch, as opposed to depends what you're looking for out of a show.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just to continue going a little shotgun, like Mike says, it's not focused on because it's like 100 million awards here. It was nice to see Best Limited Series include Watchmen
mhm.
as
Oh, yeah,
a candidate.
that's right. I forgot about the limited series.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not only that, but Regina King was also nominated
Yeah.
for a limited series actress.
Yes.
I think for her it's going to be tough because she's going against Kate Blanchett and Mrs. America,
Whew.
which I've seen the trailers for. I haven't seen the show. It's pretty
Mhm.
pretty heady too.
That show
And
looked
then-
interesting, yeah.
And then Octavia Spencer for Self Made.
Oh, wow.
Kerry Washington for Little Fires Everywhere. So it's a tough
Yeah.
freaking it's like death row there.
Mhm.
But
yeah.
good for her for getting in, and it was a good show that kind of deserved some award attention.
Which is funny because that show is not coming back for season 2.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah.
it's one of those weird shows where like they set it up for a second season. It was popular enough, and the people making it just apparently didn't want to, or at least the showrunner didn't really want to come back. Or
That's what he
didn't think-
said. I was there at Comic-Con San Diego when they released when the panel came out and they gave us that first episode. They gave us no inclination this was going to be a one-off. I think because they had the original Frank Miller was there. They had Lyndon Loft. They had the Regina King, the panel, the writers, and they were so happy. It was like they were giving birth to something that they're brewing for a while. They're hoping that we loved it. There was and no one asked a question, but no one was saying, well, this is a one-off limited series. It was just a show. We wanted to show you what, and I'm like, all right, Watchmen. I wasn't really looking for it, but HBO needed something, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh, this show's going to hit. I can't wait. And of course it did hit. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it was a limited series. We always knew it was a limited. Nah, it's BS, man.
I mean, I guess you can't fault them for not forcing something they don't have. Perhaps they just don't have the full idea of what they wanted to do next. Right? I mean, you
It
can't
could
fault
be
them for...
Damien Lindelof. Someone told me this too, so I'm not going to take credit for it. But he's had a terrible connection with Lost, with the way that show went through its rise and fall. Because in the beginning, they didn't really have a full story developed either. Remember, it was J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
Hughes, and Lindelof. So once all of a sudden they were being forced by ABC to connect all these mystery boxes, as Chris likes to say, the mystery box, all of a sudden they started putting things together, and then like it was going up and up, and then they had to conclude it. All of a sudden it was like, yeah, we never really had a full storyline. So
Right.
someone was telling me that he doesn't want to go through that again with this show because they really didn't write an entire arc. They just wanted to write this one little, 8-part episode, 8-part show, and then let someone else continue it. And I think that's probably right. But I feel like they must have sat down at a negotiating table and say, "Hey, there's an option for a second season if things go well."
I think if they,
come back with a movie.
I
You
mean,
think
if
so?
you, if you
Horror
drop,
movie?
Yeah.
if you drop enough money,
Mhm.
he'll come up with a story.
It's one thing we learn in Hollywood.
That's right.
Chris
Well,
Terrio.
you know what though? I think coming back with maybe like a 2-hour movie would be fine. You know, instead of giving us another 8 hours, 10 hours again. Right?
Well, I have to say, I'm liking most of my shows being like 10 episodes,
Mhm.
8 episodes. I don't think I can watch 22 of anything right now.
You barely
Yeah,
watched
no.
13 episodes of the Netflix shows.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
even that was getting rough. Where like,
I think I can only do that with comedy now, if that.
yeah,
20,
we just
25 episodes.
we just watched the Psych 2 movie, and we were falling all over ourselves laughing.
Mhm.
That ridiculous stuff is our comedy stuff.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
yeah, great show. They pulled it from Netflix for some reason, but oh well.
Oh well.
I like your idea, Mike, of a
Oh, they-
2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Because they can use their HBO Max streaming platform
Yep.
and say, here you go, HBO Max is going to be airing this 2-hour movie. Subscribe, and the only way you can watch it. And then
Oh
boom.
my God, they would boost their numbers so much.
Yeah, it's the Serenity model.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not that they wanted to do that; they wanted to come back, but
Here's one category I'm a little shocked with.
Mhm.
And I'm going to read. It's the best animated series.
okay.
There's some stalwarts there like The Simpsons. We know they're going to be there. But the other 4 here, Big Mouth, BoJack Horseman, Bob's
loves that.
Burgers,
Yeah, Keith swears
Yeah.
like BoJack, so.
Bob's Burgers, and Rick
Mhm.
and Morty. First year I did not see South Park. There was some animated shows on, I think, Hulu or Amazon. I forget which one. The medieval one.
Oh yeah, the one with Keith recommended. That was a good,
Yes.
good one too.
That was a good show too. Didn't make it.
And none of the new kids shows really.
Nope.
None of the
And come on, we knew Cliff
She-Ra
was
and
going to
stuff
be
like that.
there. She was good.
Yeah, no, it is. There's
Yeah,
a lot
right?
of good animation going on,
The
and
kids twisted my hand watching that one, but it was worth it.
Worth the
Hi.
watch. Then?
hi Brooks, how are you doing?
Hey, Magic and Kareem.
Hey, how you guys doing? Like my shirt?
Oh, I thought that was that movie Coffee and Kareem for a second.
What?
There's a movie on I think it's on Netflix called Coffee and Kareem. It's like a buddy cop comedy.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I feel like you should know me well enough at this point to know it's probably not after a random movie.
I thought some basketball and Harry Potter mishmash. I don't know.
Fast and Furious,
That's right.
little this, little of that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
I think
were
we covered all the big. Yeah, we were covering all the big Emmy nominations
Mhm.
that were announced last week.
Anybody? Did you look at the nominee list?
I know some of the nominees. I know Hulu got 26 noms.
Wow.
Of course,
Yeah.
you know that.
Is that because it has live sports?
It is because it has live sports.
Let me
Yeah,
guess.
there you
Out of
go.
the 26, 25 of them were Handmaid's Tale.
There's a lot of Handmaid's Tale, and then also Rami, Hillary.
Oh, the documentary.
Yeah.
That was on Hulu. Oh,
Yeah. There's a couple others, but I watched Rami. That was a good show.
yeah.
So
That's
I'm
when
glad
we
it
were
got
reading on a
nominated.
comedy. Yeah, we were just reading that about comedy, and I'm not familiar with it.
Hey, that's not Keith.
Okay, that's not.
Wait, what?
I just realized the back is actually similar to what Keith
Yeah,
had.
No,
I know
Okay.
Keith has a similar
Hi,
background to you, Andrew.
Hi, my name is Keith Gill.
Oh,
I'm his stand-in for today.
yeah.
Santa.
It's his understudy.
Yes.
Charities. I see it.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm Mike's brother. Mikey's brother. Michael, you guys call.
Hello.
You can see where all the looks in the family went.
Mike's got the hair though. Mike's got the hair. So.
Does he really? Does
No,
he
not
really?
really.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, there was some hair competition going on. I think I won.
I think
think
you
you
did.
definitely
I
would.
think
Yeah, but we all wanted the sight part.
That's right. My glasses lost. My face could cover most of everybody else's heads.
That's true.
This is a meme podcast.
I don't know if that came out correctly.
So are we
Are we doing
with the
phrasing?
Emmys? Are we done with the Emmys?
Best variety over here is a Hero's Peak.
There you go.
Unstructured comedy.
You just have to submit it. Somebody has to submit the nomination.
For your consideration, please. Come on, we could beat Essen though.
Yeah, well, they're so hit and miss.
SNL, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't kidding. There's actually is an unstructured. Anyway, let's move on.
So Meryl Streep is
Wait.
nominated this year.
One thing to note is that also Taika Waititi's nominated for his voiceover in The Mandalorian
Oh, is he? Oh, nice.
as IG-11.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Wait, you said Meryl Streep for a comedy or a drama supporting actress?
I lost it now.
Big Little Lies? It's got to be Big Little Lies.
Yeah, for Big Little
Yeah,
Lies.
it's gotta be.
Yeah, I watched
Which
it.
I heard that was good.
It is. I watch it. It's good. It's good. It's legit good.
All right.
But
So
I
we're
thought
not-
that was.
I'm surprised, Brooks. That'd be your type of show.
Really?
Yeah, you'd like it.
Maybe I'll watch it.
It's like the white version of Insecure.
I mean, I watch Insecure.
Yeah. It's like that. Just replace all the actresses with white actresses.
My dog is whining at that. Sorry.
Oh, where is he?
Rat Dog is here.
Do you see him?
Yeah. How can you miss him?
I know.
He's got the. I don't know if you'll get this reference. He's got hey eyes.
Hey eyes.
We just watched Moana again for the 50th time,
Oh.
and Hey's the rooster, and he's got those big giant eyes that stick off the side of his head.
Spoiler: I've never watched Moana in its entirety.
Neither.
Moana's
Just the music parts.
Moana's probably a top 5 Disney animation.
I've heard.
I would say.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a Disney movie.
Well,
With
the
The
Rock.
Rock.
The Rock plays the demigod, and Moana's a princess.
It's a Samoan princess. Like, you know all the Disney movie princesses? This one's a Samoan one. Yeah, that's it.
Got it.
But I think as it goes, it's probably one of the top 3 modern animation movies. It's better than a Frozen. Probably equal to somewhere around a not Rapunzel.
Brave?
Tangled.
Or Tangled? Tangled, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Brave. I love Brave, but Brave doesn't normally stack up against those. I would say the top ones recently are of the modern era are probably Coco, Tangled.
Ooh, I love Coco.
Moana, a couple others. Inside Out, the one I nominated for Best of the Year last year.
Oh, that's more Pixar than Disney, but yeah, I get it. Same family. Same corporate
Same family. It's in the family. All right. So what we're about to do is we're about to talk about another animated movie, as I'm looking it up on IMDb right now. The Transformers War for Cybertron animated movie on Netflix.
I don't know, sir.
Of course you don't know. You don't know because only I know.
Don't care how I want it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series. Limited series.
Oh, it's
a trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy series.
Trilogy
So
series.
what it is, it's 3 seasons broken down into 6 24-minute episodes each season.
That's
Oh
correct.
wow, it's not even like a full animated series. It's just like a
Mini-series, you call, I guess. Yeah.
interesting.
That's correct.
So tell me about it. Make me want to watch it, or should I not want to watch it?
I think you should want to watch it. I can tell you from what I've seen so far. I've seen the first arc of the trilogy, which is called Siege, and it's the prequel to the Generation 1 Transformers before they arrived on Earth. The war on Cybertron between the Autobots and Decepticons.
Like we saw in the beginning of Bumblebee.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But utilizing the Generation 1 characters, but integrating the Michael Bay part, like the Allspark. Allspark didn't exist when we first watched Transformers in 84, 85, 86. So they took some parts from the Michael Bay stories and integrated with the Generation One.
Right, but they do have the Matrix there.
They still have the Matrix of Leadership. They have the Alpha Trion protocols, which we didn't know about in the original generation. That was like Generation 2 or whatever, the third generation. So if you're watching the show to have both a nostalgic feel, but also watch some good animated characters come to life, I think it's a very good show for you to watch.
Yeah, well, first off, it's classified as anime, right? Because the style itself.
Oh, don't tell that to Chris. You know, he's the anime expert here in our group.
No, I mean that's what they call it, right? Netflix. They call it a Netflix original anime.
Yeah, Netflix has their own anime line. I don't know if where their studio
it's all the
is.
same, right? Like She-Ra and
She-Ra, that's not anime.
And Naruto, and they're all the same kind of.
Voltron.
They're all set.
You're just putting color on a page, right?
Thundercats.
The opening credits actually they have Japanese in the opening credits for.
They do. They have Japanese characters.
So I wonder if they release these first in Japan because a lot of them are dubbed. A lot of the Netflix.
No,
anime
I looked it up before this. I did some homework, and I think they did not. It's called Rooster's Teeth and Netflix. It's a conglomerate of the two corporations.
So Rooster's Teeth, I told you, James, to have Eric look up Ruby, RWY, on YouTube. They are the production house behind that.
So it is anime. Would you classify it as anime?
No, they are Americans doing a
anime,
a computer anime style
production. Look at that, posers!
It's like The Last Airbender is an American production in an anime type style.
Okay, so that's who's behind this too. By the way, they partnership with Netflix.
Right.
So. I mean, I don't want to spoil it unless you want to talk spoilers, but I think
we don't
it covers what you would imagine that happened on Cybertron before the Autobots arrived on Earth.
I mean, the big thing is, so we start off, and the war is raging, but Bumblebee is not part of the Autobots. He's a scavenger, an Energon scavenger.
So he's Ray. He's Ray. Does he run into Finn?
Yeah, basically.
Well, he did, right? Was it Ratchet? Who did he run into?
Wheeljack. No, Wheeljack is his buddy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Wheeljack's trying to convince him. I guess they're all trying to convince him to join the Autobots. And eventually he has to pick up a gun and fight, so.
Okay, that's weird to me because it's not like Bumblebee was ever like the great warrior they needed to turn the tide. He was always like...
They're probably going to go in that direction with this story.
Yeah, because Bumblebee has become like the Harley Quinn and the character now that everybody connects to in this day and age. So
because of Michael Bay.
Because of Michael Bay. There you go.
Because he changed him from a VW Beetle to a real car.
No, he's still a VW Beetle. It's just
is he a Beetle again?
Yeah.
These are all Generation 1 style, not Michael Bay style Transformers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Great. Yeah.
That's cool. See, I was a G.I. Joe kid. I got GoBots, so I never was really into Transformers.
You know, I tell you what,
so I was total G.I. Joe.
If they did a G.I. Joe like this, I would watch it too. So.
They had a G.I. Joe series about, maybe a decade ago. I guess it's been a while. Me and my kids watched that. Was okay. But yeah, I would like a new resurgence of a G.I. Joe style like this, since we're seeing Thundercats and we're seeing Transformers. We're seeing all these things, and I'm
the sad thing is with the political climate right now. I don't think we can do that without
Well, they're not cops. They're you can do an anti. Well, what
G.I. Joe was going to foreign countries, conflict.
No, what they remember it
too
was
close to home.
Cobra kept taking over the government, so having a G.I. Joe force fight a fascist type organization taking over the government would be very timely.
Yeah, you say that. Say that, but
maybe in a few years.
Some of Mike's little buddies there on the left would probably disagree.
Make them a Canadian force.
There you go.
By the way, speaking of like the bad guys having a weird outlook on stuff like Cobra, I think that the Decepticons here were written a little differently. I think starting with Megatron,
Yeah.
and like they didn't make it seem like he's as diabolical as he was in the original cartoons. It seemed like he was, I don't want to say Thanos, but like he thought what he was doing for Cybertron was right. Like they needed to show strength for the Cybertronians, and Prime's misguided philosophy wasn't working, and that his way was the right way. And like he wasn't as evil as he was when you remember the 80s cartoon where he was just blowing people's head off left and right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought his. Yeah, it was like a philosophical conflict too, right?
It was almost like Zod and Man of Steel.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing you're seeing in the modern kids animation, television, and storylines. Is their stories are such more in depth and thought through, as opposed to, hey, we create a cool looking. I got a mold for a robot. Let's make a TV show out of it and make this the bad one and make this the good one.
That's the thing. They're not trying to sell toys here, right? They're trying to tell a story.
Although the toys are available, by the way.
Yeah.
They were
They're
available
always
like
available.
6 months ago. I found out.
Of course.
In fact, the next arc's toys are already out for
Really?
Earthrise. Yeah, Arc 2, Earthrise.
I got to go back and watch that Toys That Made Us show again.
That's a good show too. Yeah. So I think so. Just a little quick plot summary. So we've got a war going on, and Autobots are trying to get as much energon as possible, trying to win the war. Megatron's trying to win on his side. So they stumble across a broken space bridge. So the idea is to get the space bridge working, and and then find the Allspark. The Allspark is key.
It's the same thing it was in a movie, Michael Bay
Yeah,
movie.
so the key to winning the war. Megatron wants it to defeat the Autobots. Optimus wants to prevent him from getting it. So they figure if we can get the space bridge working, we can get off the planet, take the Allspark with us.
Okay, this is the Thor plot.
Mm.
Yeah, but the weird twist here is Megatron says if the Allspark's removed from Cybertron, it's the end of Cybertron. So,
But Cybertron is a living entity.
well, not yet, not that we
Not
know
yet.
of in the
Not
current
yet.
story.
All right.
But Megatron says that, and even at the end, when spoiler alert, the ship goes through the space bridge, and Megatron's like, no, like you could tell that it's not like he's mad that they got away. He's mad like what he's left with the Cybertron is in peril and danger.
Yeah, like he really believed that if it left the planet, it would be destroyed.
Like I really think it's like Zod and Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Like he thought this was the way to protect his people and people of Cybertron.
But then
Last thing.
eventually he gets fed up though, because he can't win it the way he wants to, so he gives in to everybody else who's saying no, we need to do whatever is necessary to win.
You mean Starscream? Because that's who was like the little Mephisto devil on his shoulder.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I like how they played Starscream.
But even Shockwave.
Shockwave.
You need to let me torture Ultra Magnus how I want to. You know?
Okay, so it sounds pretty good. I think I'm going to watch it, but tell me,
Definitely check it out. Yeah.
what is Megatron's transformation?
Right now it's a tank boat.
Yeah, big old tank. Yep.
Because they haven't got to Earth where Teletran will redesign them, right?
Oh, okay. Well, he was always a gun. That was. I went over to my friend's house and I played with Megatron because he turned into a.
I had one. I had one when I was a
Good.
kid. Yeah. So, on Cybertron, he's supposed to be like a cannon or a tank, and then when they crash on Earth, they all get redesigned to
local things.
Earth vehicles, right? And then he gets turned into the Walter gun.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But then one other guy gets
one
turned
other
into
thing,
a tank, right?
Yeah, one other thing that I did notice with the characters, particularly in Autobot side, is they fleshed out a lot more characters than I remember than G1. Like Alita, which they're alluding to be Prime's girlfriend at some point.
Yeah, it seemed kind of romantic there, right?
Romantically involved, Chromium.
Romantic robots.
What's his name? Soundwave was a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how they fleshed out some of the supporting characters on the Autobot side that you never really.
I liked how Blaster was. he wasn't an Autobot either. He was a traitor. He was like
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean Soundwave. I meant Sound Blaster.
Yeah, Sound Blaster.
He was
yeah.
like the clone of Soundwave,
Right.
and they poked fun at that because they basically were like two of the same boom boxes, except for one is a Decepticon, one is an Autobot.
Yeah. So.
And then the Easter egg near the end, one of the Guardians of Cybertron being a character from the New Age Transformers after the movie.
Yeah.
That was a nice Easter egg.
I won't give it away. We don't give it away to Chris yet.
No, he's got to experience it for himself. Yeah.
All right.
We'll test his Transformers geekdom here when he watches it.
I'm gonna fail that. I hate tests.
No.
As you
Overall,
all
though,
know.
I am looking forward to the next 6 episodes to see what's going on. Because when we left off, I don't know if do we want to give it away, Jim, or just
No,
I'll give it away.
Don't give it away.
All right. Let's just say it ends on a good note, like story-wise. So
Yeah, I want to see how the animation continues. When at some point, obviously they're going to land on Earth, so I want to see how they draw human characters compared to the.
I think that was your only qualm with the.
Yeah, it looked
right?
like even Eric said the same thing. It looked like cardboard boxes moving. It was weird.
I did like,
but after a while, I just ignored it. My brain turned that part off. And
and I was telling you, I did like the details, like all the battle damage they had and the scratches.
Yes,
like they weren't all polished robots all the time.
And then Eric says the sound of them transforming was like the Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, but that's classic Transformers sound.
That's a classic sound.
Yeah, he never grew up in that, so it was the first time. Because I don't even think Michael Bay really replicated that in the movies. I have to go back and see.
No, everything was.
I think he did. I think he had that sound effect.
He had mostly the same sounds. It was pumped to like 11 though. He added a bunch of little sounds in there.
Gears and stuff, machines.
Yeah, it took them 3 minutes to transform with all the little intricacies he tried to throw in.
Sound like a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when my kids did get the newer Transformers when they were younger, they were so intricate. Like the kids could not, like a small child could not change their Transformers. They basically had to run to their parent every 5 minutes and be like, "Can I have a truck now?"
Should have bought them
a robot.
If you buy them GoBots.
Oh yeah, the
That's right.
GoBots.
Those were easy, man.
Two-step transformation.
You go to
That was at
McDonald's.
the 99-cent store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to the
11 in a pack.
You go,
It already came transformed for you. Why is this gun sticking out his stomach?
After the second time you transform them, they were definitely broken.
yeah, it was basically like there was a face on the underside of the car, and you just stood it up, and it was like, "Oh, it's transformed."
But I got a triple changer. No, it's not supposed to make that. I'm supposed to transform into that, dude. How do you do that?
All right. We're going to talk about Ip Man 4, the finale.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So
I see Brooks is nodding. She's ready. She did her homework today.
Did she? No.
No, I was just trying to be a part of the group. That's all.
We're sorry, Brooks, but we have a whole game. We're gonna just target you right after this.
I'm very excited for it. Thanks,
I
guys.
hope so.
It wasn't my idea, so don't look at me.
I'll blame you anyways, Mike.
Okay.
Hey, I think my version is more fun. I think James was really, really targeting you hard, so I lightened him up.
That's all right. I kind of go hard on him in group chat, so it's fair.
That is true.
We all do. All right. So Ip Man 4, the Kung Fu master travels to the U.S. where his student has upset the local martial arts community by opening a Wing Chun school. I'm not sure that really dives into what's going on in this movie.
Not at all.
At all, probably, no.
Yeah, because...
Like a real small part of it.
So, as this stars Donnie Yen, the great Donnie Yen, as Ip Man. Of course, hopefully you've seen at least the first one, if not the first two. If you're really into it, you've probably seen the first three of these. Number one,
I've seen all of them. Yeah.
I've seen them all, but number one is definitely the best of the group. But I'm actually was pleased with this slower moving storyline.
Yeah.
We have Scott Adkins as Barton Geddes. Scott Adkins, from other his own line of kind of Eastern European MMA type movies.
Martial arts movies. Yep.
Yeah. And unless you've seen unless you've seen other kung fu movies, the names I'm not going to go and wreck. I'm sorry. But I will say that Danny Chan plays a pretty decent looking Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Nah.
You don't
Yeah,
think
I know
about it?
James didn't think so,
Jury
but I
doubt.
thought the
I
general
thought
facial
when he had
structure
the sunglasses on, it looked pretty good.
was pretty
That's
good.
not saying a lot, dude.
No,
That's not really saying a lot.
But anyway, so this really follows Ip Man, and he goes to America because his son is having trouble in school, and he wants to find a place for it because he hears thinks this is a good step for his kid, because seems to be a stepping stone he sees for Chinese kids who can go to the U.S. and get that education, as well as he's having health trouble. And this is kind of a look at him looking at his life and his legacy and what it means for his son. The whole Bruce Lee thing is kind of a side bit to this movie. I don't think it plays towards the middle, towards that, but it's not the important
No,
push
it was
of
good,
this
like,
movie.
because they introduced Bruce in the third one, right, as a younger Bruce.
Right.
So it was kind of nice to see, where that went. Even, like, I didn't want them, I think they did a good job, because I didn't want them to just make it about Bruce, right? So
Right, yeah,
yeah.
I was worried too it was just going to become a Bruce Lee fest. But really, you get one Bruce Lee fight, and you get the demonstration, the Kung Fu demonstration,
Right.
or Wing Chun demonstration. But where do we want to go? Do we want to talk about the general plot? Do you guys want to talk about your general feelings about the whole plot and where it went? Do you guys want to talk about...
Let's give Andrew a spot. Andrew.
I could give you my thoughts on Ip Man 4.
Yes, please do.
So when the first Ip Man movie came out, 2008, I was blown away by that movie. It was great. Thought it was great. At that time, I'd been training Wing Chun already for about 10 years by that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, I knew a lot about it. I actually went to Foshan and stuff, and it was like, that movie that movie nailed Foshan, and the action in that movie was great. 2010, Ip Man 2 comes out, and I was like, this is just a recycled movie. Like, they recycled a lot of the plot points, but like the action was still so good in part 2.
Yeah.
And then same thing with 3. I think this movie picks up with the plot again a little bit. Like they took their time with the story a little bit, and I think they did it right again. But there's always there seems to be the same theme in all of them, where it's like there's this big bad guy who can beat up every other martial artist except Ip Man.
Yes, basically.
They beat around the bush, getting to this place where Ip Man has to fight this guy at the end, and then Ip Man beats him. So in that sense, I do think the movies are like pretty recycled, but just like the choreography and the action and Donnie Yen and everyone, to me, is just so great. Like, he's just so good, and the action just never. If they make in 2010 when part 2 came out, I said to myself, this is gonna get out of hand. They're gonna have like Ip Man goes to space, Ip Man versus the Muppet. They're gonna have like ridiculous Ip Man.
Well, that was Ip Man 3.
That was 3 with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Like,
That's right. Yeah. So, but overall, like I said, I mean, I'd watch 10 more of these movies with Donnie Yen because the action is always so great. Like, he's so impressive, So that's my take on it.
All right, James, what stuck out to you about this Ip Man 4 versus the other 3 movies?
So to me, I've seen all 4. It felt like this movie tried to create a better narrative than the previous ones, which I thought the first one, as Andrew said, was pretty spot on. It had a good blend of story and martial arts choreography. The second one devolved into fight scenes and more fight scenes. Third one was just like, all right, we're making bank on this. Let's throw Mike Tyson in there. And I thought this one, because I guess Donnie Yen must have said, this is it, I'm not doing any more. Let's end this story. Let's tie the character himself with his greatest student, Bruce Lee, bring him to America, and then let's bring in a little bit of racism in there. Let's get some, you know, but they were focusing too much on the story to the point where it wasn't even that engaging. Like his son and him coming to America, him clearly having cancer and trying to find a school, and then the one of the master's daughter being involved, and she was getting bullied by the white kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, they're throwing so many little these sub stories to me, and then the one detective, it's just like, come on. Like Andrew said, let's just get to the fight scenes now, because now you're giving me too much narrative, and I don't even care about any of this stuff because none of it's really sticking. So I watched it twice. The first time I watched it, I was very disappointed, but I was also pretty hammered the first time. So then I watched it again sober, and I was like, all right, I appreciate more what they're trying to do. I still don't find it being like top-notch storytelling, but I did love, which is never going to be in doubt, the fight choreography. I love every scene with Donnie Yen. And as far as it was Danny Chen, who played Bruce Lee. I wasn't sold on him as playing a Bruce Lee because I've seen so many characterization of Bruce Lee in like the 44 years of my life that to me this was just another one where he was trying to be the super smooth guy with the leather jacket and the shades and everything, and very little philosophy. And if you really knew about Bruce Lee, he was about philosophy too, just about kicking ass and being.
Yeah, this was definitely a I want to beat up anybody who challenges me, Bruce Lee, kind of act.
Correct, and I wanted to see the two of them actually engage in some sort of philosophical talk of where's the martial arts world going to go next. What, because I would have loved to see. You know what? I think Wing Chun is too structured. Let's break out the mold. And I want to see Wing Chun. I want to see like Ip Man actually say, "Well, no, this is thousands of years of something like that." Would have been as a story, as a narrative. Show me that. I don't care about the little girl getting bullied by the white girls in her class. I don't care about any of that stuff. Show me these two really having a philosophical talk, and then some fight scenes. And I would have put that, A-, B+. But unfortunately, the rest of the movie took me out because it was just way too much unnecessary story plots that didn't enrich the movie. And obviously the last fight scene was probably the biggest part of the movie because you got to see, like Andrew said, you were waiting for him the one guy that was beating all the masters. At some point, Donnie's gonna go in there, and it's gonna look like it's the end for him, and he's gonna come back and win the fight. And he did it in spectacular fashion, which I still enjoyed. And then the quiet scene, which I actually enjoyed, was when at the end when he had his son record him doing the Wing Chun style to video record him. I thought that was very poetic on how he did it. And I don't know if it's based on if that part is true story or not, or just fiction.
That part. That footage exists like right before.
It does exist.
It's on YouTube, and there's footage of Ip Man doing the different forms and using the wooden dummy. And that's the last.
That's a very poetic and a great tie-in to the actual man himself.
And it went back through all of the other parts of the movie of him doing that. Yeah, it was a good tie together.
So, yeah.
I think they ended it well. I agree. I think that the ending, a couple minutes, was great. Yeah, with
just that center part of the movie to me was like, oh, take this out.
Yeah,
I know when she was getting bullied, I was like, so we're doing Karate Kid now? Is that what this movie's?
All right, Mike, your turn. Give us your feeling.
I basically agree. Like there was a lot of subplot that could have been, I don't know, different, removed, whatever. But overall, the fight scenes were fantastic as always. Great end fight there. The one Gunny kicking everybody's ass and then him having to finally say, okay, I guess I'll fight again. So, and I did like the glimpse into 60s America, so people can see how minorities were treated, even in a town like San Francisco, so, and in the military too, so.
Yeah, like when the one Gunny, the main bad guy, is talking about, you coloreds, and I don't want to repeat the slur that he used, but I'm like, dude, you're in the military still, like on base. Like, I know it's the 60s, But even then, it was like, all right, behind
Yeah,
closed
but-
doors, one thing, but you're in an open base environment.
Well, I'm not gonna bring up what happened, you know, just the other day, you know, with the Navy SEALs, but
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's not an actual Navy SEAL. That was the museum that was.
yeah, but
it's-
you know what I
yeah,
mean. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, for
we've made progress, but we still got some ways to go, right?
That's a good point. You're right. You're right.
Well, in relation to Ip Man dealing with the anti-Asian racism and the girl too, I thought she, as an actress, probably better than a lot of the other
Yeah.
co-leads. I thought she was pretty solid in her part she was playing. But I've noticed that a big difference in a modern movie is they're more willing to face that part of America than they have been like 10 or 20 years ago, where it would be like, he's coming to idyllic America and he might face like one dude who doesn't like him, like a bad mayor or something, or one bad gunny, as opposed to here, he's getting it from a lot of different places. Other people are getting it. DHS, the school board, everywhere he was getting it from everywhere. And so, like, we just watched Umbrella Academy, and there's some of that there where they're facing it in that, and a lot of modern movies are kind of showing this part more, which I think comes with the variety of more of writers and directors and that kind of.
I mean, you forget the first one came out, I think Andrew said 2008. I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it years later. But in that one, they were even addressing the Japanese and Chinese division and occupation, which was terrible too. And they showed how bad that was. And that was 2008, right? 12 years ago.
And in the second one, you were getting the British
Hong Kong
one,
Hong Kong.
So they haven't shied away from it in this, but it did feel a little not so action packed, and like someone called it the Karate Kid section. I thought that's where it was going. I thought for sure he was gonna teach that girl how to kick butt.
Yeah, I thought she's gonna be like a future grandmaster or something.
Right.
We're gonna find out rolling credits.
But in actuality, he just let her be herself, which is a kind of a different. And as a dad, I find myself, the older I get, the more these dad roles kind of hit me different, where him having that thing with his son, and by seeing this other girl who wants to do her thing, he learns his lesson about maybe how he should better deal with his son, as opposed to him being the master and teaching her how to defend herself. He became a student again, learning a thing that he wasn't prepared for, which is dealing with a teenager. Right? He was less prepared for. So it kind of turns it around, as instead of him being just this badass that we're waiting on beating up the bad guy, he kind of does both. He's a student and the master at all times. But you're right.
I mean, you're more optimistic than I am about it. I think, that what you just put together would have been great if the writers sat around.
It was like
actually
it was kind of there. It was
put that out there.
It wasn't a tight script for that.
Yeah,
I think.
How long was the movie? Was it 2?
It was like
2 hours?
Under 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give it like a B. I didn't think it was super tight. I thought the Bruce Lee action section was fine. It wasn't as good as watching Donnie Yen fight.
Oh yeah, no.
I'd give it I don't know. I'm teetering between a C+ and a B-.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same area there.
Okay, Andrew,
And
what
it's
kind
tough
of
because
grade
I
would you give
love
it?
his character.
It's in the B. I want to say B- because of the action. I think the plot's like a video game. It's just there's different levels, and he's just it's
The
man gets-
cutscenes, yeah.
Right, he had to beat up the karate guy. That was we were laughing in my house about the guy using Okinawan karate and yelling how anti-Asian racism. And I was
Thought
like,
about that too. Yeah.
and he walked around in his gi everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh yeah, you actually raised that to me before I even realized
I'm like,
it.
does
Yeah,
this guy wear anything but a gi?
except for except for the final fight, wasn't he? He was wearing his guile.
No, was he?
No, that was a different guy.
No,
It's
the other
different
that's the sub boss wore a gi.
Yeah, the sub
Yeah.
boss wore the
The
gi.
sub boss wore the gi.
Yeah, Gunny wore his. Yeah, his,
The
Gunny
main boss
always wore the
wore-
strange stuff. Yeah, his
Yeah.
guile outfit. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he in his dress blues in a final fight and just had like his slacks and like?
I don't remember
forgetting?
him then. I don't remember him there.
I
He
was
might
definitely
have,
sober the second time.
he might have been in the background and I missed it. But every scene before that, he was walking around in the gi. Like he was training Marines in a gi for some reason. Barefoot, like. What are you doing?
Yeah, that fight was in the town, like the town center, right?
Yeah, they
He
were
was-
having the
Oh, the
the
demonstration, right? The Moon Festival. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about now. He was the
And he was
main pupil from the main bad guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 who could beat up every kung fu grandmaster who before that were basically dancing on.
That was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. See him wrecking shop through all those masters. That was kind of cool. That's when you set the stage. All right, this dude is a really bad boss. He
But
needs to
you
be taken
can't
down.
make that the sub boss as almost as powerful as the main boss. With him wrecking all the grandmasters and then being beat by Donnie Yen, it's basically
That's true.
you repeat the same step when you go to the final boss, who's also beat everybody else.
Yeah, and
Hey,
he's
but
like a
I
video
was-
game.
So in that scene at the Moon Festival, I was kind of hoping Bruce would show up and then kick
A
some
little
ass.
bit.
Yeah,
I
because
was-
one of Bruce's pupils was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping the dad would do it. Like if the dad
Right.
beat him up.
Yes. The girl's dad. Yeah.
You're right. She was out doing her thing again, like a little Karate Kid. She's out doing her demonstration. The guy pushes her down.
Right.
The dad comes in, like one of the masters loses. The dad comes out, kicks his ass. Then DHS comes to get the dad.
Right.
Then he gets his ass kicked. Like then you're stepping up the fighting, you know, because Donnie Yen's Ip Man and the dad were almost equal when they had their battle.
Yeah, it was an earthquake that stopped it.
Right. So having him beat the sub boss would have been more interesting.
Yeah. I think the
Leveling.
writers sat around and said, "Well,
Just have it, man, beat everybody.
Hitman's
Else.
got to beat everybody." So
Yeah.
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 But did they really have to have the grandmasters get beaten up twice, like by the
Right.
sub boss, and then the poor guys have to have a whole other 5-minute scene where they're just getting beat up again? Like,
Right. I'll say the greatest
seems a little
thing
redundant.
for me about this movie and about all the Ip Man movies is Donnie Yen's fists. As soon as he starts punching a guy 50 times in the beat
Ultra
up and down,
combo.
right?
Ultra plus what was it? My Hero Academia? What they say?
And I'm like, this
It's very
is my
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Fist of the North
Ultra.
Star, or One Punch Man when he does
Yeah,
a thousand standard punches. You know, you're like, this is it's. I just love watching it. I
Yeah.
get so excited. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Same. So we recommend this for you, Brooks, to take a look at. And your
You like martial arts movies?
just
or-
start with the first one and stop there.
Yeah, just watch the first one when we can review that.
Okay. I mean, I watched Karate Kid. I don't think that counts as a martial arts.
You know
movie,
what?
but-
No, it is.
It is martial arts.
I recently watched Karate Kid 1 and 2 and 3. We watched all 3. And my family, it actually turned my teenagers 1 and 2. They loved it. I was surprised how much it connected with them. I don't know what about it specifically because it's not a fast film. It's not like action packed in any way, but like Miyagi's, the way he has humor without being like Ryan Reynolds, like they're used to, like
Right.
his short, timely comments and Daniel being an idiot is kind of this fun combination. And especially Karate Kid Part 2 was a great. I was telling the guys on chat, I was like, I think this is the first time I've ever seen this old Asian man stereotype get turned into this person has an actual history and has an actual character and
Yeah.
gets built on.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
After.
By the way, to this day, I still side with the main bad kid and Karate Kid too. Like, dude, you spent your entire life hearing from your dad your uncle that Mr. Miyagi is evil. He dishonored the family.
Right, yeah.
And then
exactly.
one superstorm, knock on wood by the way, we got one coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you've turned face, you turn heel, now you're buddies with this guy. And on top of that, his pupil is taking your girl from you. Like, I would be the same way. I'd be pissed. I'd challenge him to a fight in the middle of the festival also.
Well, I'm going to say that guy, he was still ready to challenge Miyagi until Miyagi chopped the log in half. And he was like, whoa, hey, yeah, we're friends again.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're
meanwhile, the 17-year-old kid, his entire life, you've been beating his head that this guy's wrong. This guy has dishonored our legacy and family. And just because whoa, this guy's breaking logs now.
That's right.
Yeah, we good now. We good, homie. No, I'm not good. And he took my girl. No.
Do we know if he's slated for Cobra Kai 3?
We don't know yet. But they are going to go to Okinawa, so you gotta figure they're going to bring him in.
Andrew, have you watched Cobra Kai?
Only the first episode, and I really liked it. And then I was like, am I really going to sign up for YouTube? And
Well,
it's coming to Netflix.
Yeah,
it's
they're switching to Netflix now. Yeah,
Oh,
Netflix
that's great.
bought
I'll definitely watch it,
bought it
'cause I
from
really
YouTube.
liked the first episode a lot.
It might still be available now on YouTube, though. I think.
Like the first.
I think it's free. I think the first couple were free.
Yeah,
Oh,
it might
okay.
still be available now. I don't know for how long, but Netflix bought it recently.
So yeah, I think we'll eventually do a Cobra Kai because it was a really good series.
Brooks, please watch that one, please.
I feel like I would like it. I'm gonna try. I just can't promise that I actually will.
Okay, so you've seen Karate Kid. Have you ever seen the other Karate Kid movies?
I've seen them all.
You've seen them
Except for the one with the girl. I didn't see that one.
Okay.
Karate
Jaden
Kid
Smith. Did
4.
you see the Jaden Smith one?
The next, no, that's
Jackie
No,
Chan?
it's called The
Oh,
Karate Kid. Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. It was
and Jaden
basically a
Smith.
remake.
Oh no.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
Yeah, it's good.
We saw that in the drive-in. All right. Oh, this is going to be so good. We're going to challenge Brooks's knowledge in a very, hopefully it's a fun game for the rest of us.
Humiliating way. That's
We're-
fine.
we're-
No.
We're going to be laughing with you, not at you.
Okay.
That's what
Not
we want
me.
everybody.
I'm laughing at you.
Okay. So this is called bad synopsis. And so I've written, what the hell, James, is that background?
This is gonna be the Brooks's reaction. This is gonna be Brooks's reaction to every movie we mention.
All right. I'm going to read a bad synopsis of a very popular, generally known movie. It's not going to be a whole franchise thing. It's about a single movie. Okay? So
Okay.
you will have heard of all of these, whether or not you've watched them or not. Okay? And you've got to tell me what movie I'm giving you the synopsis for. So, for example, this is one movie you have seen. If I told you the synopsis is multiple adults unhealthily obsess over a schoolboy.
Harry Potter.
Yes, exactly. Whoa,
Okay.
we'll give you that 1 point already.
It's a softball. You just tossed her a
That's a
softball.
That's right.
I thought it
I
was
think it's
Ferris Bueller.
softball.
That's
Ferris Bueller.
what I thought the answer was.
Well, these are
What
all
did you think it was, Andrew?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh.
these are all science fiction, fantasy, action movies. Okay?
Gotcha.
Well, I had one horror movie. We'll see if we get there. All right. How about this? This is pretty easy, too. Father discovers long-lost son traveling with criminals, committing incest, offers help.
Father discovers long lost son.
Traveling with criminals, committing incest, offers help.
Dude, even I'm like stumped.
I should have a
I
little
know this
count.
one.
I should have a little countdown timer because
I know.
Brooks gets to go first. If
Okay.
she can't, go. Okay, give me a guess.
I'm gonna pass. I don't know. I'm gonna pass to Andrew though.
Okay, Andrew, give the answer.
The answer's Star Wars.
It's absolutely Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh.
The father, incest, criminals, rebel, lions. All this. I like the way you put that. It's great.
That's right. And he kisses his sister twice in them.
Oh, that's the
He does.
incestuous
He
act.
does.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we see how this is going, right?
Yep.
All right, next one. Small group serenades a thief in hopes he will help remove a squatter from their home? James, you're gonna be up next on this one because
Small group serenades a thief to help remove a squatter from their home.
It's not Home Alone, is it? I don't know why I would.
No, these are all science fiction, fantasy, action movies. I'll give you 5 more seconds. Then you can choose who's going to help you. You can pick a helper.
I'm going to pass to James.
James, you definitely know this. It's one of your favorite series. Well, one of your favorite books, actually. Or related to your favorite book.
What's the clue?
Yeah, give me the clue again.
A small group serenades a thief in hopes that he will remove a squatter from their home. Small is not. Well, it's related. It's The Hobbit.
Oh, The Hobbit. To remove smog.
Small is stature, not necessarily the size of the group. And they're constantly singing, and they call Bilbo a thief all the time.
All right, very clever. Very clever.
That was good.
All right, this one I think will be a little bit easier. All right. Depressed office worker dates emo woman, debugs software.
Not Office Space.
Wow, you guys.
Sounds
Come
like
on.
the Matrix.
Oh, Mike took it from Brooks. He didn't even give her a chance.
Oh, sorry.
It's the
Sorry.
Matrix.
What's the name? Was not emo.
She dresses all in black leather. That's emo.
Goth?
All right, he was going.
All right, I could have gone goth. Emo goth. They look the same half the time.
Just watched that too this weekend.
That's not what threw me off, by the way.
Okay. All right, this one. Man quits job, steals jacket, pines for homeless woman with emo romance. I used emo too many times, but
Emo, Chris?
We repeat that again. Man quits job.
Man quits job, steals jacket, pines for homeless woman with emo romance. She has an emo romance, the homeless woman.
All right, so it's not Trading Places, Eddie Murphy. It's not Batman Begins with Bruce Wayne.
I can't believe these are as hard. I guess I did a better job than I thought. Some of these I looked up, but most of them I just made.
Man quits job.
Okay. Man quits job, helps prisoner escape, steals prisoner's jacket, finds homeless woman with robot.
Yeah,
Gosh, guys.
I know what it is.
Mike,
Is it Terminator?
No.
What is it?
Episode 7.
It's The Force Awakens.
Oh,
Force Awakens.
Yeah, we're doing. Yeah, yep. These are good.
Mike's got 2 points. The rest of us have 0.
Mike,
I have one. I got Harry Potter.
She got Harry Potter, and Andrew got one.
All right, I gotta get on the scoreboard. Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Man fights daughter and their friends for rare jewels. Brooks first.
Oh.
Brooks first.
Thank you.
Oh, I know this.
Is it like Ocean's 11 or
I know
Ocean?
this. Give it to me.
Action, adventure, sci-fi.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
Brooks. Pass it on.
I'll pass it to you.
Infinity War.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
See, I'm getting his theme here, his common thread.
Yeah.
All right.
emo.
All right. Ready? So this is one of my favorite movies. Trust fund orphan with PTSD kills dozens at parade. I was proud of this one.
Is it like a Batman?
Batman 89!
Yes!
Brooks gets the point.
Thank you.
He killed dozens at the parade.
He did. He came down with Gatling guns, and the only person he didn't kill
But we didn't see anybody get killed, man.
No,
Technicality
they did.
there.
No, he mowed them down.
I guess
he killed people at the factory though. When that factory blew up, people died there.
I could have
Also,
done the factory one.
Remember,
I don't dispute
the
it.
guys were holding onto the balloons and they fell. I
That's
imagine
right.
they didn't survive either.
But no, they definitely got shot when he came down with his first strafe.
Yeah, he mowed them down.
All right, here's one. Ready? High schooler goes through change, kills his best friend's dad.
Teen Wolf? I don't know.
No. Anybody have a guess?
Best friend's dad. Hold on, no. Kills his best friend.
Say it again. I'm sorry, one more time.
High schooler goes through change, kills best friend's dad.
Oh, I know this is.
Go
It's
for it.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Hobgoblin, whatever.
Yes.
You know, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Kills his best friend's dad. I was trying to find whose best friend's dad got killed by an actor.
Yep. I need like music here. Music. Mike, put music in here when you do this. All right, here's one. This is an adventure movie. I'm going to give you a little topic. Adventure movie. Alcoholic searches for his heart's desire.
Alcoholic searches for his heart's desire.
I think I know what it is, but
What's that movie with the dude in '80s that was
All right, Mike, I'll
Wrong
pass
wins?
to you.
sounds like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
It is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, good one.
Wow.
I mean, it's in the movie. I was trying not to just give the direct, like, what the compass does, but all right.
Might
There
have
you
to
go.
bring my gorilla in there. I think Storm's hitting by you guys yet?
Yeah, by me.
I can't see. All right, ready? Cancer patient undergoes experimental procedure for a second chance at love.
Cancer patient.
How do I not know any of these?
It's a comedy action superhero movie, Brooks.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one. I know it. I know it. Can I go?
Yes.
Give her a
go.
chance.
Deadpool.
Deadpool. It is Deadpool. Have you seen Deadpool?
I don't think so. James, have I
Okay.
seen Deadpool?
No, you have not seen it.
Okay.
All right, this is an older film. It's a classic. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Woman stalked, finds love with kidnapper.
Repeat that one again.
Woman stalked, finds love with kidnapper. Okay, Brooks, I'm going to give you a hint. Woman stalked by robot.
I know
finds
that.
love with kidnapper.
I know this one. One of you guys got to get it.
Woman stalked by robot.
Finds love with kidnapper.
I
Has
feel like I'm
child.
going to be mad that I don't know this.
Has child.
Now you're giving the answer, basically.
No, you're not.
Saves the universe. Child saves the world.
I wouldn't say
Beauty and the Beast.
All right, guys, go
That's
ahead and
much
say
fun.
it. Go ahead and say it.
Terminator.
Terminator.
Oh, see, I knew it's going to be mad that I didn't get that. Okay,
All right, let's hear. I've got three left. Three left.
All right. Let's go.
All right, this one is a not too old. Okay. Old friends respectfully disagree on murder as a response to bigotry.
Got it.
Hit that one more time.
Old friends respectfully disagree on murder as a response to bigotry. What classic comic book is about bigotry?
She could get this.
Patrick Stewart? Would Patrick Stewart help you?
No.
Oh, okay. Come on, Brooks.
I feel like James feels like a failure right now.
What if I
Your
held
Padawan has failed you, James.
What if I held this really close and I was just playing with X-Men? Yes.
Yay. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. But I've seen X.
I've seen X-Men.
Yeah.
So yes. Professor X and Magneto are old friends disagreeing on how to respond to people hating mutants.
Bigotry. Yeah, good one.
Okay. This one is more adventure action.
Okay.
A little bit of sci-fi. It's a classic book series.
Got it.
Woman saves sister by killing strangers.
Repeat that one
Woman
again.
saves sister by killing strangers.
Strangers. Multiple.
Strangers. I'm going to pass to Andrew. He looks like he's working it out in his head right now.
I don't have this one yet.
All right, this is one of my favorite book series. It's a YA book series.
Oh.
Probably outside of Harry Potter, it's the highest grossing YA book series.
Hunger Games?
Hunger
Games.
Games.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get the connection other than it's the biggest grossing.
She saves her sister by volunteering as tribute.
Oh.
And then kills a lot of people.
I had it at the tip of my tongue. I had it.
Yeah.
Let's give that to Andrew.
I took off the part where it said she kills strangers for fame and money because I thought that was a little iffy about the plot. But all right, last one. This one is a classic. All right, I'm gonna hope you get this.
Me too.
Okay. Art collector ignores teaching duties. It's probably my hardest one.
Art collector ignores teaching duties.
Oh, I got it already.
Oh, Andrew.
All right, Andrew, let's hear it.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I would not have
so
gotten that one.
freaking makes so much sense.
It does.
He never teaches
When
a
does
damn
this guy
thing other
when
than
is
the very first scene. I think he was in a classroom.
He jumps out of his window so he doesn't have to talk to his students.
That's so good. I like that one.
That's amazing. All right,
Oh, my God.
even though I didn't get very many, it was fun.
See, what I was going to
That was
have you
good.
do, I was going to give you titles of certain movies, and you give us what your synopsis is.
We could also do that, but I thought
we'll
that
do
put a
that
lot
next
of
time.
pressure on you, Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I either haven't seen them or I would forget what the plot is.
That would
Yeah,
be the
but you know
fun
what?
part, though.
I think we should do that next time because I have a feeling that some of her synopsis might actually be more interesting than the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have our synopsis
Like
bad
Justice
movies
League.
like Green
Yeah.
Lantern.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that though.
That's the point.
That's fine. Yeah,
Got it.
But anyway, I was
you
glad.
give us your idea of what it should be.
I was
Yeah.
glad I could stump James and Andrew and Mike a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
you got me.
I thought those were fun.
Yeah.
Millionaire trust fund baby. Kills people. That's a good one.
I honestly didn't think anybody was going to get that Indiana Jones one. Andrew's right there.
You got it quick.
He was
It's my
right there.
favorite of all time.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, is my favorite of all time.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keith loves that franchise too.
Yeah, me and Keith are talking that we believe that Indiana Jones should have been the American version of
James Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah, James
Yeah.
Bond.
You keep changing the main actor to play the same character so
Right.
that you can continue the Indiana Jones movies in
I agree.
forever.
I like that idea.
And
Yeah.
then you could get people's favorites. You could argue about who your favorite Indiana Jones was. And America, we get so attached to lead actors. The only difference, like Batman has actually become that American franchise that can change lead actor and people can discuss how much they like or dislike it. But you can continually change the actor and play the same character and have fun with that property. But we're just sad that Indiana Jones was not that.
Lucas he really liked him. He liked Harrison Ford a lot,
Harrison
right?
Ford,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like watching Connery. You get that, oh my God, this guy is so good in this role. But at some point, you got to break the audience of that.
He
this
gets
is the
too
only
old
person.
for the role. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have humans. We are humans. We're not the comic book characters who can be the same age for 500 years. All right.
Yeah.
That's our show. Thank you.
But one
everybody,
last
for-
question, Brooks.
Uh-oh.
Describe to me what you think the plot of the movie Highlander. Take a wild
I've
guess.
obviously never seen that movie.
I'm just curious. What do you think that movie's about?
Highlander. You're really putting me on the spot here.
Sci-fi. Giving
Yeah,
you.
it sounds sci-fi-ish. It's like
Yeah, be
I'm
crazy.
I'm getting like Mad Max vibes.
Ooh,
from it.
okay. All right, go
Mad
for
Max
it. Yeah.
vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Kurgan. Okay.
Okay. Where is he at? Or is it a she?
It's a she. She's
Okay.
in the
Okay.
desert.
She's in the
Okay.
desert.
Mad Max, you know.
Mhm.
Let's see.
What's her mission?
Fighting aliens.
Oh,
Hmm.
actually, if you take in Highlander 3, or is it 4, they actually talk about it.
Final Dimension. Yeah, the fourth
Yeah.
one.
So you're getting close.
Getting close.
Good.
Their only
Is there a
question
love
is,
interest there?
yeah.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Guys,
Last question.
I gotta go. I got a huge leak in my basement here.
Oh, Mike.
All right.
All right. Good
That's
luck,
all right.
man.
I gotta move all my stuff from the
Yeah.
backyard.
It's better to burn